What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the North Texas Dynasty in College Football 26. Feels so weird saying that. I had to retake this so many times. I kept saying the WKU Dynasty. But we are back coming off of our victory in our Week 1 matchup at home against an FCS school. We played the Rebels, I believe. Today, we have our first road matchup, and we head to the MAC Conference for our second non-conference game, playing against the Western Michigan Stallions. This is a team that is 5 overalls worse than us, but this is our first true opponent where we can really see where our skill matches up against the rest of the league and the teams that are similar in this overall. We may be 5 overalls better, but we're 72. It's not like we're doing that crazy. Looking around the rest of college football, Miami took down Notre Dame by a good chunk. We had Michigan State taking down App State. We had Auburn, they got killed by Baylor. Texas takes down Ohio State by 3. Tennessee gets their first big win of the year against Syracuse, 41-35. Penn State handles business against Nevada. And we had Alabama barely beating Florida State, a more competitive game than you would imagine in that one. Just keeping an eye on some of the bigger teams in college football. Now, Western Michigan comes into this matchup 0-1, but they did play against Michigan State, so no one really expected them to win that game. Brock Lowry is their quarterback. Looks like he's only 71 overall, so that kind of makes me feel a little good going into this matchup. Looks like they do prioritize running the ball a lot, and we might have to keep an eye on Christian Leary and Talik Williams, who appear to be their top 2 receivers. And Tate Halleck, box specialist, 82 overall, one of their best players, appears to be the leader on this defense. Here's a look at the top 25. If you want to keep up with it, I'm going to try and put it in each one of these videos. But after that 2-minute ass intro, it is time for our first game of true competition. It's another rainy day for the North Texas Mean Green squad, but we are kicking off what you guys know I love. There is head coach Stevie Balls. The khaki shorts are not changing. And here comes the Stallions and Brock Lowry. Brock Lowry may be a 71 overall, but we don't want to underestimate the athletic dual threat sophomore here. They're going to start with a screen here, and the juke gets away from the North Texas defense, tackled by Shane Whiter. That is a quick first down conversion for this Stallion offense. Brock Lowry, number 12, gonna fake another run here and a dime over the middle. They are quickly into North Texas territory. Lowry still looking for his first touchdown of the season. Did not get one against Michigan State, but you gotta give him props for only throwing 1 pick. Here's another quick strike, and that is another completion for Lowry, bringing up a quick 3rd and 6 here. We're gonna go man, play them tight. Shotgun snap. Here it comes. That's going to be a read option keeper for Brock. He's not the fastest in the world, and he's going to be short. And they are staying on the field. They don't want to punt this close deep. Every coach is playing like Stevie Balls now. It's an aggressive world in college football 26. But this one gets blown up. And head coach Stevie Balls is excited there. Great recovery from the defense. That drive was going smooth, but they are ultimately stopped. And out comes the North Texas offense for the first time today. Reese Poffenbarger, the senior, coming off of a good game, is going to hit the junior receiver sides, and that is going to be a first down, breaking a tackle on the drag there, and it is a first down. Up into Western Michigan, almost on their logo. Here's a play action look. It gets blown up right away. Not able to get that one out in time. Bringing up a quick 3rd and 9 here on the road in the rainy weather. Poffenbarger tries to hit Dalton Carnes, who has proven to be one of our best receivers so far, but that is contained well. That is an early punt. We got back-to-back no-score drives from these 2 teams. Here is Brock Lowry. He's going to shake off the tackle this time. Get off me. That is going to be 12 rushing yards on the day for Brock Lowry, showing some toughness there. What I learned from this game is your dual threat archetype quarterbacks, as he's got plenty of time to step up and find an open receiver. They're deep into North Texas territory, taking advantage of our missed opportunity. But as I was saying, the dual threat is going to be more of like a Daniel Jones athletic archetype that can scramble, but it's not like a Lamar Jackson as he goes down there. That is Brisson Hayes in the backfield, bringing up a 3rd and 17 here. A defensive showdown so far between these two-star programs. 3rd and 17 from the backfield all day for Brock Lowry, throwing up a prayer. One-on-one in the end zone. He's got the edge. No, he dropped it. It gets tipped, almost intercepted, but that is going to be another punt. And 3 straight nothing drives is going to end the first quarter here on the road. So far, Western Michigan outpassing us and outrushing us by far. We just haven't touched the ball for very long, but we're going to get to open the second quarter here. Here is one of our stars, probably our best offensive player getting us going. That is going to be Clayton Johnson, who's coming off a fantastic week 1. Picks up an early first down there. And head coach Stevie Balls recognizes right away, I love Poffenbarger. I want to get him going when I can, but I got to lean on this senior running back. This kid is incredible. From the shotgun, Poffenbarger, want to get him something easy. That's going to be wide open. Coleman's going to break past the defender. One of our speedsters, the 5'9" slot receiver, is going to take off on that one. And Coleman has a hell of a gain there. 1st and 10. And here we go back to number 2. Clayton Johnson is going to get this one going. We bring the boom. That's what we do. That touchdown gets 3 big booms, and North Texas is going to go up 7-0 here on the road. Having the halftime advantage, we feel pretty good. How does Brock Lowry and this offense respond? Play action, a quick strike. That is overthrown, thank goodness, in the rain. Still only a 71 overall. He is a sophomore. He does have good traits to develop, but I'm glad we're playing the sophomore version of Brock Lowry today. That's another shotgun throw, and that is a dime over the top. The corner gets beat, and Brock Lowry has eclipsed 100 yards on the day. They are right back into North Texas territory, overloading the receivers on the right side on this one. They're setting up a screen. Our defensive back falls for it. They're going to go over the top. And now they're at the 10-yard line. 1st and 10. The Broncos are moving and looking to respond here. Lowry gets rid of it, and it is blown up in the backfield. There is Jaden Durgan, one of our young speed rushers that I pray does not transfer. He has been a menace in these first 2 games. A huge momentum play. 3rd and goal. Lowry can't get rid of it, and a big momentum stand there for the North Texas defense is going to force the Stallions to bring out their kicking unit on 4th and goal. And we are going to remain in the lead on the road here, up 7-3. Big stop there from the defense. 1st and 10. Here is Poffenbarger. Has time. He gets rushed right away. Does not get rid of it there. That is a sack loss for 11 yards. 2nd and 21. Trying to get some of it back here. Poffenbarger feeling the pressure, going to hit Dalton Carnes on the drag. That's his first grab of the day. That's going to be a gain of 7 there, bringing up a 3rd and long, 14 to be exact. Poffenbarger taking a shot over the top to Carnes, and the linebacker's going to get there just in time. And that is going to be great field position for Western Michigan to try and respond here. See if they can go into halftime with the lead. That is going to get blown up right away. The defense is finding their rhythm. Jaden Durgan, I'm telling y'all, this kid, 70 overall, has all the traits to be a monster. 2nd and 17 here. Approaching the 2-minute warning. What an athletic catch there. And Brock Lowry quietly passing 150 passing yards on the day. 3rd and 1. Stevie Ball sending the blitz here. They're going to go with the run, and it's going to be just enough to creep across the first down marker. They're going hurry-up mode now. Less than 2 minutes left in this first half. Number 12, Brock Lowry, the sophomore. That's a quick strike over the middle. That's a positive gain of 8 right there. And they're going to continue to go in a hurry. Less than 90 seconds left in this first half. 2nd and 2. By himself, expecting the pass. Looked like he was going to scramble. He finds a window. A spin move, a broken tackle, and a highlight touchdown for Brock Lowry, passing 200 yards. Somehow find a dime there, and that is going to be an incredible play to go on tape for that receiver. Western Michigan taking the lead here 10-7. And on 3rd and 5, Poffenbarger is going to sell the open pass. He has a few of those we got to deal with. He's only like a 77. And we're going to punt it back to Western Michigan, trying to keep them from getting any more points before halftime. And that is the 4th sack of the first half. There's the second right there. I still don't know his name. I'm just going to call him the second. And on the last play of the first half, Western Michigan is going to call it chalk there. 209 yards for Brock Lowry. I was hating on him going into this matchup, but Western Michigan is the team leading in this one, up 10-7. And that was Talik Williams, the senior, who had that incredible touchdown earlier. And I could just say, guys, for everyone hating on college football 26, they're full of shit. These games feel so real and competitive. This should be a competitive game. We are the better team, barely, but we're on the road. And right now, looking at these stats, 6 rushes, 38 yards, I need to get the ball in Clayton Johnson's hands. Right now, Poffenbarger's just not been getting it done, and that's going to be a huge burst up the middle. And no! Down goes our best offensive threat. Should I? Clayton Johnson, it's severe. His career wear and tear, I guess he's a senior, but it's chopped in half. And now we're back to this shit. Poffenbarger, another overthrow, not getting in sync with these receivers. There's not really any other running backs on this roster. I love we're going to have to pass the ball. 3rd and 8 right now, taking a shot that's in the red. And that is completely sailed out of bounds. Poffenbarger needs to find his rhythm. We're only down 3 in this one, but that was supposed to be the drive we came back and either tied this game up or took the lead. Now Western Michigan has an opportunity. The stakes are on the table. They can go and take an even bigger lead in this game. At the very least, I want to hold them to a field goal. Here comes the Stallions. 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. They're going to continue with the run game that's blown up. The defense, other than that one big touchdown, has been pretty reliable today. But Brock Lowry's got good vision, man. He's got me feeling dangerous. 3rd and 9 from the shotgun. Trying to get them off the field. That's another sack. That's number 5 on the game. This North Texas defense is legit. And we are now going to sub in RB2 McGill. We can see what he does. 2nd and 7, Poffenbarger finally gets a good connection to the tight end there, and that's going to be another first down. I believe that is Trey Williams III. It's a cool name. I can remember that shit. 2nd and 9 from the shotgun. Let's try and get some easy ones. A nice screen pass here for McGill. The fuck? Catch the ball. What are we doing? 3rd and 9. Trying to go up a touchdown, but no. Maybe we might have to settle for 3. But that's going to be Dalton Carnes, who's got just enough. Dalton Carnes, such a good playmaker. Our wide receiver, I believe he's number 2, number 3. I don't know. He plays like a 1. That is going to be another drop. I can't even blame all this on Poffenbarger. Was that McGill again? I think that was McGill again. I can't lie. And it's another 3rd and long for this North Texas offense. We are already approaching the end of the 3rd quarter in this defensive showdown. Does it continue? You're not a scrambler! You're not a scrambler! That is the 2nd sack of the day for Western Michigan. And we're going to have to settle for a longer field goal in the rain, on the road. Let's see, it's in the rain! But that is going to be good anyway. North Texas playing passive here. Ties this game up in a defensive crunch match right now. Western Michigan gets the ball back. Here is Brock Lowry. Plenty of time. Wide open. Where's my team? Where is my team? Up to the 35, Talik Williams having an absolute day. 2nd and 10 from the shotgun. If I'm in the Sun Belt, I don't want to play this team again. Goodness gracious. From the shotgun, Brock Lowry taking his time. That's another dime. Brock Lowry has beaten this team up in the passing game. They're already up to midfield, trying to reclaim the lead here at home. By himself in the shotgun. They're just attacking us in the passing game. There's not much we can do about it either. That goes up into enemy territory. Brock Lowry at 71 overall has got 266 yards on this North Texas defense. And head coach Stevie Balls is furious because we're a 74 overall defense. And now Brock Lowry's going to choose to keep it. Lower the shoulder. It's only a gain of 3. He's got minus 21 rushing yards, but I think that's just how many times we've sacked him 5 times. But he's still unfazed. 2nd and 7 from the shotgun. Lowry. Plenty of time. That's going to be a conservative play. It's just a gain of 2. Better than nothing, I suppose. and a big 3rd and 5 here. The difference between 7 and 3 in these games is huge. This feels like a girls' basketball game, man. Getting a bucket is just insane. Brock Lowry doesn't have the speed. That's a big-time tackle. But on 4th and 1 again, they're not going for the lead. They're going to go for the touchdown here. 4th and 1, Lowry trying to get the snap off. He's not going to. That is the end of a crazy 3rd quarter. Only 3 points scored from the Mean Green. None by Western Michigan in that quarter. And if you look at these stats, they are eating us alive in the passing game. Brock Lowry is out-dueling Puff and Puff, whoever the fuck my quarterback is a 10-10 ball game. And it appears they are going to go for a field goal now. At the very least, we have shut down their run game. But they are leaning on the pass, and there's not much we can do about it. That's a chip shot. It's up, it's good, right down the middle. Western Michigan is back up 3, but they are leaving the door open, and it is driving me crazy. I do not want to lose my first game in this fashion. Plenty of time. We got to get QB1 going. There is our wide receiver 1 sides again. Poffenbarger. That is such a hard name to remember. God. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, that was a good gainer right there. Poffenbarger, that's wide open. There's Dalton Carnes, the kid, again, the junior, praying he doesn't transfer either. Apparently a lot of people transfer in this game, which is realistic. I don't blame them. 2nd and 9, Trey Williams III gets a gain of 3. I did not expect that. On 3rd and 6, though, here's McGill trying to get him a screen. I don't know what else to run. This is so hard. McGill trying to get him in the rhythm. He's going to put the shoulder down, picks up our 1st down there. 2nd and 10 into Western Michigan territory. Trying to milk this clock. See if we can go up a touchdown at the last second. Rely on our defense. That's a quick strike. That is dropped. A good hit from the defender. Sides unable to hang on. And it's a huge 3rd and 10. So many 3rd downs in this game. Poffenbarger trying to scramble out. He doesn't have the speed. Gets rid of it and it's dropped. And on 4th and 10, out of frustration, I'm keeping the team on there. I don't want to punt this ball back and risk giving up the lead, or giving up too big of a lead. Poffenbarger feels the pressure. Not even close. Not even close, ladies and gentlemen. We are in trouble. At the very least, we have to force them to a field goal. That way the door is still open to win by a touchdown. And they keep going with that screen. And it keeps working. If they get a touchdown, this one is basically over. A field goal, we have a chance. If we can stop them here, then we can still tie it up with the field goal, but it is not looking like that is the case. Western Michigan, with all the momentum right now, is a couple big plays away from this one being over. 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Plenty of time for Lowry. He gets that one out again, playing so efficiently in this ball game. That's 300 yards for him on the day. 2nd and 2. From the shotgun. Needs someone to step up and make a big play. Make an interception, make a turnover. A big hit to jar ball loose. Something. 1st down again for the Stallions. This clock keeps tipping, and we are running out of time. Lowry looking to scramble out. Tries to find someone. Athletic throw on the run. Is that Josh Allen? I guess he went to Wyoming. Close enough. 1st and goal. It is now or never for the defense. Lock in. 1st and goal. Lowry running this time down as much as he can. He's going to keep it with the RB. Thank goodness we finally got a negative play. They're going to run this down to the 2-minute warning. North Texas still down 3. 2nd and goal. 11 yards away from putting the cap on this one. From the shotgun, they're going to hand it off to the running back again. We're ready for that. We've been all over the run today. We have not been able to stop Brock Lowry. 3rd and goal. From the 9. Biggest play of the game. Lowry, he's going to trust his arm here on the pass. Plenty of time until it's a fumble! It's a fumble! North Texas is going to recover! And there it is! That is their opening to come back and either win this game on this drive or tie it up and send it to overtime when everything looked grim. And there's McGill on the screen getting us started. Jaden Durgan strikes again, his 3rd sack of the day. Poffenbarger, that's going to be a strike over the middle. We need him to get dialed with this running clock. We still have 2 timeouts. I cannot glaze Jaden Durgan enough, as McGill is going to be wide open on the wheel route. He can get out of bounds and save us a timeout. Jaden Durgan not only gets another crucial sack, the first mistake of Brock Lowry today, drops the ball, and that is the opening for this North Texas team, throwing off his back foot. That is a dime. And that is going to be one of our bench receivers who brings in that one. And a huge reception. Still 2 timeouts. And still plenty of time to go get a touchdown. Oh my goodness. We are getting deep. We are getting close. Pause. I'm so close. Pause. Poffenbarger is finally feeling a groove. Pause. He's found his rhythm. Pause. Here's the jet touch pass. And Dalton Carnes is going to fumble. No. No. Trying to get Dalton Carnes into open space, our playmaker. I don't believe that was a fumble. I think he was down. Do I have the chance to challenge? They're going to let me throw the red flag down. Let's see here. Biggest play of the day. The knee is down. That is so close. Does the knee come down before the ball is out? Knee down. Ball comes out a split second after. Do they give it to me? That's Poffenbarger. We are still in this game. 44 seconds running clock. Poffenbarger from the shotgun. There's Dalton Carnes just like he didn't even drop it. And that is going to be our second timeout. 1 remaining. Trying to save it for a potential field goal. 3rd and 2 here. McGill. When in doubt, rely on the screen. McGill's been good at these today. Finds the outside edge. He's going to save another timeout. Getting out of bounds. We are awfully close to putting this game away with a touchdown here. We're going to give McGill the opportunity. Blown up right away. I shouldn't have done that. No huddle. No huddle. Let's get another quick play off here. Trying to run. This is one of my favorite plays in the play. I didn't mean to switch it right there. 20 seconds left. Poffenbarger. Play action. Does not have enough time to get rid of it. It's a sack. That is our last timeout. And they're telling us to go ahead and take the 3. I want one last shot at the end zone. Cannot take a sack here. Poffenbarger. For glory. Not going to give him an opportunity. Throwing this one away. And ladies and gentlemen, 28 yards. We might just be going overtime. Lining up the accuracy. Kicker has not missed one in this dynasty yet. He's not going to start today. Ladies and gentlemen, in the craziest defensive showdown between an American team, the Mean Green, and a Western Michigan Stallion MAC Conference team are going to duke it out in what has been a defensive bloodbath. So much so we are going to overtime. If you guys don't know how college overtime works, your team is going to alternate possessions at the 25, and until one team can't match the other, it'll keep going on. We're the road team. We picked heads. Western Michigan's going to start on defense. So right away, it's been a rough day on the road for Poffenbarger. We still do not have Clayton Johnson. Here we go. Up the gut to McGill. That's a solid start. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6. The last thing you want to do is settle for a field goal and leave the door open. Can we please go get a touchdown? Have not had one since the first or second quarter. I don't know. Poffenbarger been feeling the pressure all day today. It's a 3rd and 6 here in OT from the shotgun. Pressure right away. Doesn't get it off in time. Carnes would have had a lane for a touchdown. On 4th and 6, we just got to take our points and pray the defensive showdown continues. Does that even go in? It's going to squeak in on the right side. That was almost a doozy. North Texas reclaims the lead. First time since like the first or second quarter. We're up 16-13. And Brock Lowry has a chance to respond here. Quick strike over the middle. Missed tackle. That's almost a first down right away. Bringing up 2nd and inches here. Lowry rushing up to the line. Stevie Ball is going to send the pressure here. Blitzing the number 12 athletic quarterback. That one gets blown up at the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 2. That's a play that we needed to bring up a 3rd down here to at least make them think about kicking a field goal and extending overtime. From the shotgun, sending the pressure again. They're going to keep it with the run. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? We've been stopping the run all day. Put it in number 12's hands. And they're going to kick the field goal unless this is a fake. It's not. We live to fight another overtime series. Oh my goodness, the defensive grittiness of these teams continues. And North Texas is going to stay out on the field on defense. Do they give Brock Lowry an opportunity now? 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Looking to take off. There's a sack. That's the kind of play we need to start the drive. That's the kind of play we need to leave the door open. 2nd and 11. Brock by himself. We know a pass is coming here. Brock, a quick strike to the sideline. Get him out of bounds. 3rd and 4. There's Talik Williams again. This is third and manageable. But if we can keep them from getting 3 or more yards, I think they'll go for 3 again. Here's Brock from the shotgun, sending plenty of pressure. The ball doesn't get jarred loose. What a play! Talik Williams again brings that one in. That might be the dagger. First and goal. Brock gonna go with the run. It's stuffed. Second and goal. An injured defensive player for North Texas. Second and goal here for the Stallions. Brock looking to put this one away. He's sacked again. And Brock Lowry goes down. No way. And in comes the RB2. An absolute heartbreaking loss. And he's going to be sacked. No way. Western Michigan is going to have to kick a field goal again. I thought they were about to put it away there. I thought they were about to get another touch. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it's blocked. Don't tell me North Texas blocked. Oh my God. What? No fucking way. Bailed. Our defense is no freaking joke. This game, this W, potentially, as McGill just gets us closer to chip shot territory, this has been one of the most competitive college football games I have played between college football 25 and 26. It's over, by the way. North Texas is going to remain undefeated, going 2-0. Our first overtime game of college football 26. Not a single touchdown was scored in the second half of this game. This is unlike any game I've ever played. This game is amazing. The AI, the CPU, Jaden Durgan, I have to glaze this kid. 6 tackles, 3 sacks. The forced fumble that kept us from losing the game. Oh my goodness, because I can't guarantee we would have gotten a touchdown. I have to give all the love and respect to Brock Lowry. As a fan, it is heartbreaking that he was not able to finish the game. I'm going to have to keep my eye on that kid and see if he transfers out or keep up with him, because I am a fan of his now. He played incredible today. Looking at his stats, he deserved to win. Legitimately, only 4 incompletions. A touchdown. He tried to get going in the running game. It didn't happen. 350 yards. He diced us up in the passing game with a big help from Talik Williams, who only had a touchdown. I mean, I just can't believe we only had 2 touchdowns in this game. I've never seen anything quite like it. Poffenbarger, I expect better. He got it going a little bit whenever we needed it. No touchdowns, no picks. Can't be mad at no picks. 200 yards. Man. I hate to see Clayton Johnson go down. Hopefully he'll be back. Hopefully he's fine. I believe he is. Dalton Carnes, a little bit of a quiet day. Pretty much for all our receivers, to be honest with you. Miles Coleman had a really big reception there earlier in the game. But Jalen Durgan, I think I called him Jaden. Jalen Durgan is the player of the game. The forced fumble that left the door open for us. 3 sacks, 6 tackles. This North Texas defense is something serious, let me tell you. I appreciate you guys for watching. We are now 2-0. Western Michigan is going to fall to 0-2. I'm about to go to Gatlinburg, so no episodes for like 3 days. But as soon as I get back, you know I got y'all. Y'all have a good day. Peace and love. What a game. Oh my goodness.